Hey everyone, let's talk about the cloud. We could talk about Cloud Plus as a product, but I think it's really important to understand why we are doing things in the cloud when it comes to CompTIA. And that's because it's really important to make really good decisions when you adopt the cloud. And frankly, things move so quickly that I think it's very difficult for people working in the industry to make the right decisions. You could argue that their decision-making process gets a bit clouded. What we need are workers who make the right kinds of decisions, both in troubleshooting cloud implementations. I don't care if it's artificial intelligence or IoT devices, or making choices with automation. All of those different choices require a sufficient background of knowledge. And it requires a job role-based approach rather than a product-based approach. And this is why Cloud Plus is such an important tool, as it were, in somebody's upskilling, because it provides people with enough background, very strong background, so they can make choices about whether to use Microsoft Azure in certain situations, or whether you use AWS or Google Cloud or any of the other providers. I was talking to somebody on the East Coast of the United States, working for a bank. And originally, I was thinking in terms of the cloud as well. If you choose a vendor, you're going to be happy with that vendor and that provider, and you'll stick with it. And she told me, she said, there's nothing of the sort, actually. She said, James, what she does, and this is what's done in the industry, is you make the best choice of a platform or a vendor for any given situation. It's kind of, you call it a hybrid cloud or a multi-cloud environment. In other words, you might choose AWS for its S3 buckets. That's a server, that's a storage solution, S3. But you might go to Google for something else, or you might go to Azure for some sort of software as a service solution. So you basically mix it up. And she said, what I need are workers who make the right kinds of decisions. And you can't make those right kinds of decisions if you just are kind of programmed to only work with one particular vendor. You need to kind of take a step back. And if you have the right kinds of foundations, you can do things such as right sizing, which means you've already done your capacity planning, you've done all those things, but then you realize, well, I need a little bit more storage here, or a little bit less here to save on money, or I need to make a change so that I can automate a solution, or so that I can create a solution that's more redundant in terms of its ability to provide multiple connections. Because what we find when it comes to the cloud is that things move so quickly and change so fast. If you don't have the right kinds of foundations, then you'll kind of get lost in the cloud and you won't be able to make those kinds of decisions. So Cloud Plus focuses on the essential job roles that are necessary for the cloud. It gives people the right kind of background, and it makes it possible for people to do the best work in the cloud. That's why organizations such as Oracle or the U.S. Department of Defense and others choose Cloud Plus, because they need people to make those kinds of smart decisions.